The day Earth fell, for many years the galaxy believed Earth was safe. Humans were strong, quick learners, and always ready to defend themselves. But on one dark day, everything changed. The sky above Earth filled with a burning red light as thousands of enemy ships arrived without warning. No message, no demand, only destruction. From far away in a distant sector, alien ships watched the scene through long-range screens. Their captains stood silent as a massive explosion swallowed half the planet. The oceans boiled, the continents cracked, and a bright white shockwave tore across space. Earth was gone. Across the galaxy, news spread like fire. Every world, every station, every empire repeated the same words. Humans are extinct. Some aliens felt relief. Humans were always unpredictable, always rising too fast, always inventing too much too soon. Without humans, the balance of power became simple again, but not everyone celebrated. The Velnari scientist Lurok stood inside his research cruiser, trembling. He had always studied human behavior, human culture, human science. He knew humans better than most of his own kind. And he knew one thing: humans did not die easily. He stared at the screen showing the burning remains of Earth and whispered, "Something doesn't feel right." His assistant, a small insectoid named Freak, clicked nervously. "Earth is destroyed. We saw it with our own eyes." Lurok shook his head. "Humans always have a backup plan, always." Freak blinked his tiny eyes. "What backup plan can save a whole planet?" Lurok had no answer, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Meanwhile, on a huge alien battleship near the remains of Earth, the Zarkon commander snarled in triumph. His empire had always feared human potential. Destroying Earth was their greatest victory. "Send the message across the galaxy," the commander ordered. "Humanity is finished. Their home is dust." Every alien nation heard it, and almost all of them believed it. Almost hours passed. The fires around Earth's remains cooled. The floating debris drifted into silent, dead space. Everything seemed normal for a destroyed world until something moved. Deep inside a cloud of dust, a tiny blue spark flickered. Just for a moment. Then it disappeared. Lurok was watching through his ship's sensors when it happened. His heart froze. "Freak! Replay that section." "Zoom in," Freak obeyed. They watched the scene again, frame by frame. There. A small flash of blue light in the ruins. Freak clicked nervously. "Maybe it is a leftover explosion." "No," Lurok said. "The color. The frequency. That is human tech." Freak's legs shook. "But how? There is nothing left alive." Lurok stared at the screen. "We need to get closer." But approaching the ruins was dangerous. The Zarkon Empire had patrol ships everywhere. They were making sure no survivors escaped. Lurok knew this. But curiosity pushed him forward. He whispered, "Humans never die quietly. If even one of them survived, the galaxy will feel it." While Lurok's ship moved slowly toward the ruins, something else began to happen near the dead planet. More sparks of blue light appeared. Weak, almost invisible, but real, a human distress signal. Far from the battlefield, in a hidden star system no alien knew about, a small human colony received that signal. Inside a steel bunker deep underground, alarms began to ring. A woman in a dark jumpsuit stood up from her console, face pale. "Sir, it's Earth." The man beside her froze. His name was Commander Hale, leader of the hidden colony known as Haven 3. For 15 years, this colony lived in shadows, preparing for the day humans might need a backup plan. Hale stared at the data. "This can't be possible." "Earth is gone, sir," the woman whispered. "Then who sent the signal?" Hale didn't answer. He only looked at the screen. The distress code was old, very old, from a secret human network no alien knew existed. It meant one thing. A human system was still active inside Earth's ruins. Hale exhaled slowly. "Prepare the fleet. We're going back." Back near Earth, Lurok's ship finally reached the debris field. The silence was heavy. Like the space itself was mourning. Broken pieces of cities floated by. Shattered towers, burnt metal, lost memories of billions. Freak whispered, "Why would anyone send a signal from this graveyard?" Lurok's eyes widened as he saw something new. A shape. A massive structure hidden inside the dust cloud. It wasn't an asteroid. It wasn't a ship. It was a bunker. A living bunker. Light flickered inside it again, stronger this time. Freak gasped. "Is that human tech?" Lurok swallowed hard. Yes, and not old tech. Someone rebuilt something down there. Freak whispered. But for what? Lurok felt a chill run down his spine. For returning, he said. Suddenly a deep hum vibrated through the debris. A blast of blue energy surged around the bunker. The dust cloud exploded outward like a shockwave. Freak screamed, "What is happening?" Lurok stared in horror and awe. It's waking up, deep in the ruins of their destroyed world. Humans were rising again. Lurok's ship shook as the strange blue wave spread across the ruins of Earth. Every sensor on his control panel flickered wildly. Warning lights flashed. Freak held onto the wall with all 6 arms clicking in panic. "Turn back, turn back," Freak cried. But Lurok didn't move. His eyes were locked on the glowing bunker inside the debris field. Something was alive in there. Something human, and whatever it was turning on. The Zarkon patrol ships noticed it too. Several of them broke formation and turned toward the bunker. "Commander Rek to patrol squad." A harsh voice growled through the open channel. "Investigate the energy surge. Destroy anything that moves." Lurok felt fear twist inside his chest. "They are going to blast the bunker." Freak trembled. "Then the signal will end. Whatever was inside, gone." But Lurok shook his head slowly. "No. Humans would not send a signal if they didn't have a plan." He watched as the Zarkon patrol ships moved closer, forming a tight attack pattern. Their cannons charged with red light. They fired. A storm of red plasma shot through space, cutting through dust and debris, heading straight for the bunker. But the bunker didn't break. Instead, a pulse of blue energy shot out from it like a heartbeat. The red blast spent away. They curved sideways, twisting and spiraling until they completely missed their target. The Zarkon pilots panicked. What was that? "Our weapons changed direction." Impossible. No human tech can do that. Inside the bunker, something bigger was activating. Lurok's scanners finally stabilized long enough to reveal the structure inside the ruins. He leaned closer, eyes wide in disbelief. "That's not a bunker," he whispered. "It's a hangar." Freak blinked. "A hangar? For what?" Before Lurok could answer, the ground beneath the dust cloud cracked open. Ancient metal doors, massive, circular, and covered in Earth's fallen soil, slid outward with a deep mechanical roar. Freak gasped. "Something is coming out." The Zarkon patrol ships regrouped. "Destroy it, now!" But they were too late. A ship rose from the darkness, black, silent, smooth like stone. Its hull covered in blue, glowing veins. It was unlike any human ship that ever existed before. Faster, sharper, more dangerous. Freak whispered the only words he could find. "Humans made that." Lurok swallowed. "No, humans evolved into that." The ship hovered for a moment, scanning the patrol ships. Then it moved. Not with engines, but with a slip of space itself bending under it. It dashed forward in a blur. 1 second it was far away. The next second it cut through a Zarkon ship like it was paper. The patrol ship exploded in a flash. Freak screamed. "That speed! That power! No species has ships like that." Lurok whispered. "Now we know why the signal was sent." As the strange human ship circled the ruins, it emitted a new broadcast, a clear message. Simple, angry. It said, "Earth lives. Across the galaxy." Deep space sensors picked up the signal instantly. Every empire, every kingdom, every pirate fleet. Everyone heard the same terrifying words, "Earth lives." The message caused chaos. In a huge council chamber on the Velnari homeworld, leaders shouted over each other, "This is impossible. Earth is gone. We saw it explode. If humans survived, they will want revenge." Only one elder spoke calmly. "Humans do not return quietly." Meanwhile, far from all of this, in the secret human colony Haven 3, Commander Hale stood staring at the new signal. A young officer ran toward him. "Sir, the ship from Earth is active. They are calling themselves Project Ashbourne." Hale nodded slowly. Something inside him stirred, a feeling he hadn't felt since the day Earth was destroyed. "We go to full alert," Hale said. "Contact the other colonies. Prepare the fleet. If Earth is waking up, the galaxy will change." Back at the ruins, Lurok watched the Ashbourne ship as it finished destroying the patrol squad. Then it paused. Its lights dimmed. Its hull began to shift like it was choosing a form. Freak whispered, "Is it breaking?" "No," Lurok said. "It is scanning." The ship turned slowly. Toward Lurok's tiny research cruiser, Freak froze. It sees us. Blue light washed across their cockpit. Lurok's heart pounded. If this ship wanted to destroy them, it could do it in one blink. But instead of attacking, the ship sent a message directly to Lurok's console. One sentence, one warning. Do not fear us. Fear the ones who destroyed Earth. Lurok felt his breath catch. Freak, tell me you recorded that. Freak's voice shook. Every word. The Ashbourne ship pulsed once with blue light, then shot into hyperspace, vanishing like a ghost. Lurok stared into the darkness where it had disappeared. Earth was destroyed, he whispered. But humans were not. He had no idea what was coming, but the galaxy was about to learn a terrifying truth. Humans don't die. They rebuild. While the galaxy argued, panicked, and tried to understand the impossible message floating through space, one place did not panic at all. Haven 3, the hidden human colony deep inside the Black Nebula Trench. For years, the colony stayed in silence, pretending to be nothing more than abandoned rocks. No empire knew it existed. No pirate dared enter the trench. The storms inside the nebula tore apart any normal ship. But humans weren't normal anymore. Inside a huge underground base carved into a dead moon, hundreds of humans moved with silent purpose. Engineers checked glowing dark matter engines. Scientists examined fragments of ancient Earth tech. Soldiers trained in armored suits moving like shadows. These were not the humans the galaxy remembered. These were the survivors, the ones who refused to die. Commander Hale walked through the main facility, his boots echoing on the metal floor. He had a cold, calm expression. Years of hiding had changed him. There were no smiles in Haven 3, only work, only preparation. His officer Mira ran beside him. She held a tablet with the fresh data. Sir, the ship that rose from the ruins. It's definitely ours, she said. Hale nodded. Project Ashbourne, Mira swallowed. We thought the Earth bunker was destroyed with the planet. No bunker made by humans breaks that easily, Hale said. They entered the command hub. A giant hologram of the destroyed Earth floated in the center. Red marks showed the debris. Blue signals pulsed where the Ashbourne ship had appeared. All this time, Mira whispered, Earth had a secret hangar under its surface. Hale gave her a look. Earth had many secrets, and then he saw it. A new signal. The Ashbourne ship was reaching out again. It wasn't a call for help. It was a command. A simple one. Return. Mira stared at the message. Sir, are they calling us back to Earth? Hale took a slow breath. Yes, and if they are calling, it means they woke up something bigger than a ship. When Earth was under threat years ago, humans had secretly prepared a long-term survival plan. They built hidden colonies like Haven 3, Haven 4, and Haven 9. They built secret weapons, secret vaults, and one final project hidden on Earth itself, Project Ashbourne, a system designed to activate only if Earth was destroyed. Mira looked at Hale. Sir, the galaxy already thinks we're extinct. If we return now? Hale finished her sentence. Every empire will try to stop us, Mira nodded. Are we ready to fight all of them? Hale looked around the hub. Engineers were powering up warships. Soldiers were loading weapons. Pilots were stepping into strange new fighters. Sleek black ships with blue veins like the Ashbourne design. Yes, Hale said quietly. We've been preparing for this since the day Earth died. Before Mira could respond, a loud alarm echoed through the base. A transmission. Not from Earth, not from humans, from Lurok's research cruiser. Sir, a technician shouted. We're receiving a direct message from an alien ship. Everyone froze. Alien contact was extremely rare. Humans avoided detection for years. For an alien to find their frequency, it meant something serious. Put it on, Hale ordered. Lurok's face appeared on the big hollow screen. He looked scared but also determined. This message is for human forces, Lurok said. If any of you are alive, listen to me. Hale raised an eyebrow. He knows, Lurok continued. I saw your ship, the one in the ruins, and I know the truth. Humans were not destroyed. You survived somehow. Mira leaned closer. How does he know this much? Lurok sighed. If you are watching this, I want you to know, you are not safe. The Zarkon Empire is preparing a trap. They want to lure your remaining people by pretending to search the ruins. Mira clenched her fists. They want to kill anything that survived Earth. Lurok nodded. I do not want your species to die. So hear me, leave the ruins. Do not return. The galaxy believes Earth is finished, but if you reveal yourselves, they will all turn on you. The message ended. Hale was silent for a long moment. Mira whispered, Should we listen to him? Hale shook his head. He means well. But he doesn't understand. Mira frowned. Understand what? Hale looked at the glowing blue message still floating above the console. Return. Earth called us back for a reason, Hale said, and humans do not ignore their home. Another alarm flashed. A huge map of space filled the room. Zarkon fleets were already moving toward the ruins, warships, cruisers, carriers. Mira whispered, They're already on the way. Hale gave one single order. Prepare the Ashborn fleet. All the lights in Haven 3 shifted from white to deep red. Engines roared awake. Massive doors opened to the outside storm. Hale stood tall. If the galaxy thinks humans died, he said softly, then this will be their second surprise. The humans of Haven 3 launched, silent, deadly, burning with purpose. They were going home. Earth thought dead. Humans thought extinct, but the truth was rising from the ashes. The Ashborn fleet moved through the nebula trench like ghosts. No engine trails, no heat signatures, no signals. The ship seemed to glide through the dark clouds as if space itself carried them. Commander Hale stood on the bridge of the flagship Apex 01, a vessel built in total secrecy. Its hull was black as night, its edges sharp like a blade, and blue lights pulsed under the surface as if the ship was alive. Speed stable, Mira reported. Storm pressure low. All ships holding formation. Hale didn't blink. His eyes stayed fixed on the holomap. It displayed their path, from Haven 3 straight to the ruins of Earth. The closer they came, the more the galaxy trembled. On dozens of alien worlds, listening posts picked up strange readings from the trench. Unknown signals. Energy waves too advanced for normal scanners. Every empire tried to make sense of it. The Velnari Council whispered, Are those humans? The Korak warlords growled. If they return, we must crush them first. But none of them could track the Ashborn fleet. Back near the ruins, Lurok and Freak still circled the shattered remains of Earth. They had seen the Ashborn ship leave. They thought the danger was over. But then the Zarkon soldiers arrived. Dozens of warships appeared from hyperspace, forming a ring around the dead world. Their engines glowed bright red, their cannons charged, their commanders ready to destroy anything they found. Freak's voice trembled. They came in force. If they see us, they won't, Lurok said. I disabled all beacons, but we must leave soon. Freak nodded fast. Yes, before they fire on everything again. But Lurok didn't move the ship. He kept watching the ruins. Something told him not to leave. Something deep inside him whispered that another event was coming, and he was right. Because far inside hyperspace, the Ashborn fleet crossed the final jump point. 5 seconds to emergence, Mira said quietly. The bridge lights dimmed. The ship hummed like a waking beast. 3 seconds. Hale gripped the railing. 2. The stars blurred. 1. A roar of energy shook space as the Ashborn fleet dropped out of hyperspace directly. Behind the Zarkon forces, 50 human warships appeared in perfect formation. Warming engines, no scattered positions, just silent shadows sliding out of the void. Lurok's eyes widened. By the stars, how many ships did they build? Freak squeaked. 50! Maybe more, but humans should not have this power. Lurok whispered, and yet, they do. The Zarkon admiral on the flagship screamed into the comms. Identify yourselves. You are in Zarkon territory, Hale's voice answered. Calm as ice. This space belongs to Earth. The admiral barked a laugh. Earth is ash. Humans are dead. Hale stepped forward. You destroyed our world, but not our people. The Zarkon fleet locked weapons, fire on the human ghosts. Red beams shot toward the Ashborn fleet. They never reached. A shimmering blue net formed around the human ships. The beams hit the net and vanished like water falling into sand. Lurok gasped. They absorbed the attack. How Freak shook. This is not normal human tech. This is evolution. Then the Ashborn fleet moved, not forward, not backward, but sideways, slipping through space like liquid shadow, bending physics so easily it looked like magic. Within seconds, They surrounded the Zarkon force. Every Zarkon pilot panicked. They're behind us. No, they're above. They're everywhere. Hale spoke again. This is your only warning. Leave the ruins of Earth. The Zarkon admiral answered with a scream. Humans fear us. Humans hide from us. Hale gave a small, cold smile. We hid because we were building. He raised his hand. Ashborn Fleet. Mark all targets. Across every human ship, blue runes lit up. Cannons charged. Gravity engines pulsed. Dark matter cores spun like tiny stars. Lurak whispered, If they fire, the Zarkon fleet will be gone. Freak swallowed. Are they really going to do it? Hale gave the final command. Fire. But the Ashborn ships didn't shoot beams. They released silent waves of folded space. Zarkon ships twisted. Their engines collapsed inward. Their shields shattered like glass. They didn't explode, they simply broke. The Ashborn fleet formed a tight circle around the ruins of Earth. Their engines glowed blue, and soft waves of energy moved from ship to ship, like they were all sharing one mind. Commander Hale walked to the center of the bridge. He placed his hand on a control pillar, and the hologram of Earth zoomed in. The planet looked broken, cracked like an old skull floating in a cloud of dust and stone. But deep inside the planet, a single blue pulse appeared. Mira saw it first. Sir, the core is responding. Hale nodded. Good, start awakening sequence. All over the fleet, human officers gave the same command. Activate Earth core link. Lurak, still watching from his small alien ship, felt the vibrations even from far away. The ruins of Earth started glowing from within. The dust cloud spun faster and faster until it formed a giant ring around the dead planet. Freak pressed his face against the window. This is not natural. Earth is dead. How is it glowing? Lurak whispered. The humans did not only escape. They prepared. The light grew brighter. Inside the broken core of Earth, the Ashborn machine started waking up. It did not look like a machine at first. It looked like a giant star covered in silver plates, each plate full of tiny symbols. The plates rotated slowly, revealing rivers of blue light beneath them. When it finally opened, everyone felt the wave. A deep, powerful pulse. Boom, boom, like a heartbeat. On the bridge, Mira shivered. Sir, it feels alive. Hale answered, It is. It holds the last memory of Earth, and today, we bring it back. The Zarkon Empire, still recovering from the earlier defeat, watched from distant scanners. They saw the light. They saw the pulse and they panicked. Impossible! Earth is regenerating. Stop them before the planet returns. Call the other empires. Humans must not rise again. Across the galaxy, alarm signals spread like fire. But they were too late. The Ashborn machine released a powerful beam straight into Earth's shattered crust. The light filled every crack, every broken mountain, every dead ocean. The dust ring around the planet began collapsing inward. Freak grabbed Lurak's arm. The planet. It's reforming. Lurak nodded slowly, unable to speak. The broken pieces reattached like puzzle stones. The molten core glowed brighter. The clouds shifted as if wind returned after centuries. Earth was rebuilding itself. Piece by piece, the galaxy watched, horrified. Humans watched. Silent, Hale finally spoke. Begin memory restoration. Mira tapped the command. Activating. The glowing planet flashed again. This time the light built images in space. Huge holograms. Memories of old Earth. Forests, oceans, cities, mountains, storms. Animals, blue sky, sunrise, nightlights. It was like Earth's soul was being projected into the stars. Even Lurak gasped. Beautiful. Humans truly love their world. Freak whispered. Did they plan to bring it back? From the first day they escaped? Lurak nodded. Yes, they never gave up on their home. But as the planet rebuilt, the danger grew because dozens of alien fleets jumped into the system. Huge ships. War engines. Armies from 6 empires all pointing their weapons at the humans. The comms exploded with angry voices. Stop the resurrection. Earth must stay dead. Human power is too dangerous. Hale listened to all of them without emotion. Then he gave the order. Activate Earth Ward. All Ashborn ships linked their engines. A huge blue sphere expanded from the ruins of Earth. It pushed back every alien fleet like a shockwave. Ships spun out of control. Engines overloaded. Some fleets drifted thousands of kilometers away. Freak screamed. This is planet-level defense. Lurak stared. It is not defense. It is a promise. Humans are telling the galaxy, Earth will rise again and no one can stop it. On the bridge, Mira looked at Hale. Sir, the core is stabilizing. Earth will be whole within 12 hours. Hale allowed himself a rare smile. Good. Prepare Phase 3. Mira blinked. Phase 3? Hale looked at the glowing planet and whispered, Wake the Guardians. Deep under Earth's new surface, ancient machines started moving. Huge shapes, silent, waiting. And soon, they would open their eyes. The glowing Earth floated in space like a reborn star, still rebuilding itself piece by piece. Rivers of blue light ran across its surface, filling in cracks and stitching together continents. But deep beneath the new crust, something older than the Ashborn fleet began to move. A heavy, metallic sound echoed through the planet's core. Clang, clang, clang. Mira stared at her screen. Sir, we're detecting massive power signatures under the surface. Commander Hale nodded. The Guardians are waking. Across the fleet, a low hum began. Human ships adjusted position, forming a perfect protective ring around the planet. Their engines glowed brighter, syncing with the heartbeat of Earth. Lurok and Freak, watching from their small ship, felt the vibration even through their shields. Freak swallowed hard. Guardians? What are Guardians? Lurok spoke like someone remembering an old nightmare. They are Earth's last defense. Machines built before humanity fled. Machines that were never meant to wake unless Earth itself returned. Freak whispered. Why did humans need something that powerful? Lurok answered, because they always knew the galaxy feared them. The ground under the oceans shook first. Enormous cracks opened. From the shadows, giant metallic figures rose slowly, breaking through the planet's surface like mountains coming alive. Each Guardian stood hundreds of meters tall. Their bodies were made of black alloy, covered in glowing blue patterns. Some looked like titans with 4 arms. Some looked like beasts made of steel. Some floated above the surface, held up by pure energy. The whole galaxy, watching the live feed, froze. Not a single alien voice dared to break the silence. Then the first Guardian opened its eyes, a bright white beam shot into the sky. Hale watched calmly. Guardian 1 is active, good. The aliens reacted instantly. Messages flooded the comms. Stop this at once. Deactivate the machines. Humans will destroy the galaxy. We forbid Earth's return. Hale didn't even blink. The galaxy does not get to decide anymore. The second Guardian rose from a desert. Its wings unfolded, stretching wider than a city. Then a third climbed up from under a mountain, roaring with a sound that shook space debris. The enemy fleets panicked. Half of them turned away. The rest charged forward, desperate. A commander from the Zarkon Empire shouted, All ships fire at the Guardians. Thousands of beams shot at Earth. But before they could even cross halfway, Guardian 1 lifted its hand. A shield formed around the entire planet. The beams hit it and vanished. Freak screamed, That shield! It absorbed the energy. Lurok whispered, No, it stored it. The Guardian's body glowed bright. Then it fired the energy back. 1 shot, 1 beam. Half the attacking fleet disappeared like smoke. On the human bridge, Mira breathed hard. Sir, they wiped out an entire fleet with 1 strike. Hale nodded. That is why we built them. Outside, Guardian 2 spread its wings. The wings released thousands of small drones that filled the sky like glowing fireflies. The drones moved fast, forming a second defensive layer around Earth. Guardian 3 charged its core. The sound was deep like thunder inside a metal chest. The aliens tried to retreat, but Earth wasn't done. The Ashborn fleet engines brightened. The humans spread out, forming a perfect circle. Hale gave the order. All ships, lock formation. Prepare Phase 4. Mira turned to him. Sir, are we really going that far? Hale's eyes stayed cold. The galaxy tried to bury us. Now they will learn why humans survived extinction. The Guardians raised their hands toward the sky. Energy gathered. The planet shook. Freak grabbed Lurok's arm. What are they doing now? Lurok took a long breath. They are calling the Earth Spirit, the true power inside the planet. As the Guardians connected their energy, the entire planet glowed white-blue. The light reached into space, brighter than a star being born. Alien fleets cried out in fear. Retreat! Do not look at the light! Earth is awakening! Hale finally whispered the words that would change everything. Begin Earth ascension, and the planet obeyed. The light from Earth grew brighter until even distant ships had to shield their sensors. The planet was no longer just rebuilding. It was transforming. Every Guardian stood tall, glowing like a giant made from the heart of a star. Their bodies pulsed with the same rhythm as Earth's core. The drones around Guardian 2 formed patterns, swirling in perfect circles almost like a dance. On the bridge of the Ashbourne flagship, Commander Hale watched calmly. He looked like a man who already knew the ending. Mira shook as she read the data. "Sir, Earth's energy level is rising beyond any known limit. If it keeps increasing, the entire system will change." Hale nodded. "Yes, that is Phase 4. Lurok and Freak sat frozen in their small alien ship. They didn't move. They didn't breathe. They only stared at the impossible sight in front of them. Freak whispered, "Earth, it's turning alive again." Lurok replied, "No, it is becoming something greater." The alien fleets that had survived the earlier attack were falling apart. Ships collided as they tried to escape. Captains screamed orders. Some opened warp gates so fast they tore their engines apart. But it was useless, because Earth was not letting them run. A shockwave rolled across space. Soft at first, almost gentle. Then it hit. Every alien ship froze. Engines died. Shields collapsed. Weapons went dark. It was like the giant planet had placed its hand on all of them and said, "Be still." Hale looked at Mira. "Status?" "Full control, sir. Earth's field has disabled all hostile technology." The Guardians lifted their arms higher. The lights on their bodies aligned with the planet's new energy lines. The drones formed a glowing ring. Then Earth spoke, not with words, with power. A deep pulse rippled across the system. The stars seemed to stretch. Space twisted. The ruins of old satellites dissolved. Even abandoned ships near the asteroid belt turned to dust. Earth was cleansing its orbit. On the Zarkon flagship, the alien commander screamed, "Humans! Stop this, you will break the system." But Hale only replied with a steady voice, "You broke our world first." The Guardians released another pulse. This one carried shape. The planet's oceans grew deeper. The land rose and shifted. The atmosphere thickened. Clouds spun in perfect spirals. Blue, white, golden. The scars of the old war vanished. Earth became whole. Then something even stranger happened. A second layer of energy formed around the planet. It looked like a transparent shell made of light. Slowly, it expanded outward, covering the entire orbit. Mira stared. "Sir, is this a planetary shield?" Hale answered, "No, this is a domain." The aliens watching from across the galaxy panicked. Earth has formed its own space. They have created a protected region. No fleet can enter that zone. No weapon can break it. Freak trembled. They made a safe zone around the entire planet. Lurok lowered his head in respect. "Humans have returned from ashes with power no empire ever dared to dream of." In the center of Earth, the Guardians lowered their arms. Their bodies dimmed but remained standing, like silent watchers ready to defend their reborn home. The drones settled into orbit, forming a glowing ring that looked like a halo. The last wave of energy faded. Silence. Then Hale spoke the final command. "All ships, deploy settlement pods. It's time to go home." Millions of pods launched from the Ashbourne fleet. They fell toward the new world like shining meteors. Cities would rise again. People would walk under blue skies again. The world that once burned now called its children back. Mira wiped a tear. "We did it. Earth lives." Hale looked at the glowing planet. "We kept our promise." As the humans descended, the alien fleets drifted helplessly outside the domain, unable to enter, unable to fight, forced to witness the rebirth of the world they once destroyed. The galaxy understood one truth that day. Humans were not just survivors. They were a force no empire could erase. No enemy could break and no power could challenge. Earth had returned and the galaxy would never forget it.